morning. Good morning. Good, amazing morning. Come on in the room. Let's talk investments, money, finances. Let's do this. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's do this. It's Friday. And Friday means a lot to some. It means it's just another day to me, our work weekend. So for those who Friday is their last day of work for a while and they get to kick back and relax, enjoy your Friday. It's here. Every day is a blessed day and a good day that we see the light and we are above grounds. Good morning, 99 beautiful and CJ Jones. Good morning. We're going to talk a little about finances and investing. And investing in yourself first. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited, but I'm always excited when I come down here and join you guys and see some of my beautiful supporters. You know, I'm always excited to drop some gems, to have a couple of little kiki kakas and get the day going. It's a blessing to me, and hopefully it's a blessing to you as well. Good morning, my sister. I hope you had a good rest, sis. We'll let the theme music. Thank you, 99. 99, I like seeing you here. Something about you that I just like. Yes. I hope all has rested well. It was a little hot here. I caught myself cutting off the air conditioner because I thought that it would bring in a cool breeze and it didn't, so I was a little bit miserable. But good morning, good morning, good morning. And we'll just wait for a few more people to get in, and I'll tell you about what happened last night in case you wasn't here. So last night, I decided to do an open panel. And I said, okay, we go talk conspiracy theory. And it got kind of deep. And I want to say dark in the manner of that people didn't understand because it was deep. And a lot of times when things are deep and sacrifices and different things are made, people don't understand that, and it tends to scare them. And when they get scared, they run away from it. But some stuff is just reality. We talked about Tamar Braxton. Was she going through some type of ritual or shameful or humiliation thing, you know, in this point in her life? And so we talked a little bit about her and other entertainers and the entertainment business and sacrifices. And then they wanted to jump into the gov. Thank you, Deborah. You said it was great. I thought it was too. But here's the funny thing. For those of you who was here with me, I got a call. First, you know, they said, I got a call and somebody said, they're flagging your channel. Your channel is blacking out. Get off. And so I know we had been talking about Big Brother, and I know Big Brother is always watching. So what they brought to my attention is when they saw that happening, they had went to another device. They were on 3 devices and they watched something else, and it wasn't happening on those other YouTube platforms but mine. So they got a little concerned. And also I had Lady Nika, who was in the audience, who told me to stop because she was seeing the same thing. So I just cut the video off, you know, freaked, cut the video off, and I didn't even play my outro, and there's my little co-host. I didn't even play my outro. I just cut. It was Miss Pizarro, uh, all eyes on me and myself. And it was getting deep. And that little Miss Pizarro is more to her than some of what you see. If you follow Miss Pizarro, is way more, is a lot to her. Very informative sister, was very deep. And I appreciate her coming on my platform. And so was all eyes on me. So it got a little scary here and I just shut the video down. Okay. So that's what happened last night. So I don't know. Hold on. Okay. I got to. So that's what happened last night. So after that, I just said, forget it. But I did go on Breeze shortly after me. I went on Breeze and she was saying about the Tamar Braxton show has started. Hold on. Hold on, please. I want to catch this call. Okay, thank you for waiting. So, and she was saying about Tamar. So I wish Tamar well, and hopefully she's not being humiliated and shamed for the entertainment world because she had younger trauma in her life, and I don't know if she had dealt with it and maybe she's getting over it, you know. And Bree was saying that on this show she has a good therapist, I believe, working with it. If she's not a therapist, she's a close friend to her that's working with her to overcome some of this stuff. And sometimes, whether you know it or not, you need to realize that you have an illness or you have some type of addiction, and you can't always just help yourself without seeking professional help. That's what those people are trained to do. And mostly in our communities, the Black communities, we don't believe in therapists, you know. Seeking help is kind of shameful. It was taught to us to be like shameful and embarrassed if you had to seek mental help, and that's not true. Okay. So, with that being said, let's talk about investments. Let's talk about investments. And I'm going to continue on with investments in reference to your purpose. What is your purpose? Moving in your purpose. Because I watched a video of a young man last night, and his video, and I could hear that he was getting a little discouraged because he wants to branch out and he wants to move in his purpose, but he's getting that uncomfortable feeling, and he don't know why he's getting that uncomfortable feeling, but he is. But just like I spoke yesterday, the day before, and the day before, because I've been on this topic a while. I just covered it in different areas. So now he's getting uncomfortable and he needs to find out what's making him uncomfortable, you know, and when is he uncomfortable and why. And then he needs to deal with it. He needs to deal with it. He needs to learn how to deal with it and keep moving forward. See, because people get discouraged when they don't hit those numbers because they understand it. They're not understanding, if I'm doing this and I know this is needed in this YouTube area, and they're doing this and they hitting these numbers, and then you got people who eat, chew ice, cut hair, braid hair. Those people are getting views, but patience. If it's meant for you to get it and you moving in your purpose and you doing what's passionate to you, your numbers will come as well. That's just a sign from the devil, I believe, that's trying to send you discouragement. Don't be discouraged. Keep on moving. Your numbers will grow. You'll lose some people. I told you the first day that I started talking about moving in my purpose and knowing what I was here for and continue to do it, you know, and I've become passionate about doing it, I lost 10 subscribers. No kidding, 10 subscribers. It never bothered me. I spoke with my sister about it. I said, that's good because those people weren't for me. Those people weren't really supporting me. So they can't see my vision. And so they can't see my purpose. So I'm glad they left early. because I didn't need them around. Because when most people don't see your purpose and they don't see your vision, they really not supporting you. They're taking away from you. And that's where investments, I'm going to turn that into investments. I spoke a little bit about it last time. It's like an ATM or a bank. Are you depositing or are you withdrawing? Because if you continue to deposit, then your money will grow. You will gain dividends. You're making an investment, a financial investment in yourself. If all you doing is withdrawing, then you become negative. You'll have a negative balance, and then eventually there'll be no more money. Then you'll get all these penalties when your checks start to bounce or you overdraw your account. Keep that in mind. That's the same relationships in investing in yourself. Good morning, my baby Nene and Redbone Butterfly. Miss Pizarro, I spoke to you. Is the same with investing in yourself, investing in your business, investing in your YouTube, moving forward in your purpose. You have people that will deposit in you, that mean will inspire you, uplift you, motivate you, and then you'll have people who will withdraw from you. They'll talk about you, they'll chip away at you, they'll try to destroy you. And if you weak, then most likely your machine will break down, and that will be you. If we looking at it as if it's an ATM machine or banking, financial banking, eventually it will break down. So you got to remember that you have to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself first. Become strong enough that you can withstand whatever comes your way. And this in relationship to real life and YouTube life. If you're going to start a channel, you have to be strong because forces are going to come at you. Distractions are going to come at you. But if you plan to move in your purpose and grow, you have to be strong and keep flowing and make sure that the people around you are making deposits and not withdrawals. And that's a fact. We don't want to end up we don't want to end up broke, or you know how they say overdrawn in our accounts. We don't want to do that. And that's in yourself. Invest in your channel. No matter how much money you have, if you want to really do this YouTube thing and you want to be great at it, and your vision is big, you have to invest. I don't care if it's buying a new green screen, I have a little laptop camera as well as a good Canon camera. I use my laptop camera a lot, where I just clip it on my laptop. I think I might have paid $40, 40 between 40, 45, maybe 30 to 40. So that's a small investment. It's not very much. Invest in your purpose. Whatever your purpose is, you have to invest in it. Once you see your purpose, start moving forward with your purpose and start investing in it. And invest in your audience. You see your audience, which is your subbies. Sometimes you have to give back. Play a game or two, or just cash app someone. This is the craziest thing, and I never want to tell people what I do, but this is how I am. Now, somebody I don't even really know, I don't have beef with, I don't care about, but something special was happening, and I gave to that person. I don't know, I don't care. I did what I was led to do. Just a little something. Invest in your people, your audience, and that's so important because those are the ones that support you and that will be there with you in most cases in the long run. So those are investments. We're going to eventually get to money investments as well. But I thought while I was dealing with investments, I would look at myself as if I was some sort of financial institute. My channel was a financial institute. I want to deposit, I want to invest in my channel, first and foremost, myself. So don't get discouraged. because you'll get people who will take, withdraw, and not deposit. And eventually those people will fall off. So when you see your subby counts go down, it's okay. Those were the people who was making withdrawals. They weren't depositing into you. They weren't investing in you. So it's okay. Don't get discouraged. You content creators out there, keep on moving forward. Invest in yourself. Like I said, buy your new camera, buy your green screen, buy your new laptop if you can afford it. Everything don't have to be top of the line. Just get what you could get to hold you over until you start making money. And if you get monetized and you making money, put your money back into yourself. I have seen people, and I don't down people and I don't judge people, but I've seen people who make a nice amount of money, and their quality in their appearance on their platforms, on their lives, are not good quality, and that lets me know that they didn't invest in their self, in themselves. So, and then don't worry. I want to say, don't worry about the number and the views. They will come. They will come. Be patient. Okay. Don't worry about the losses and the gains of subbies. Don't worry about that. That will be discouraging sometimes, but don't look at that. Just keep moving forward in your purpose, building your channel or building your business. I remember when I had one of my businesses, I came in there when I took over the business, I had 5 clients. Now listen, out of 5 clients, right? 5 clients, 4 of them wasn't paying. I said, well, how the hell? Not paying. They weren't paying, you know? And so they were bartering. They were bartering. I said, oh, no, 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 no. I got to pay these employees. So when I came in there, I swept, I cleaned up, and I wasn't very well liked. And I thought I was going to have a problem. And I was a little worried about it because I told those 4 parents, if you can't pay, then you have to leave. And they were arguing back and forth with me. Well, we don't pay. I bring snack. I do this. I do that. I cut the lawn. I do. I said, but that's not what I do as a business. That I don't know what deal you had with them, but that's not our deal. No, no, no. You didn't make that deal with me, so you need to pay. And I have people saying, one parent, you know how you deal with some people, I ain't paying her S and he ain't going. I said, oh, yeah, you're going to pay me, sweetheart. And in fact, you will be the very first one that I'm going to seek payment from, since you're going to tell me what you're not going to do. I'm going to show you what you're going to do, else you could take little boo-boo and you could go on about your business, because I already knew it was going to be a bad relationship. But in fact, she paid me and her son graduated. So she ended up loving me. So I said that to say that in business, sometimes you'll see that you lose some and you gain some. You just have to work hard at what you're doing and believe it. And I became very successful in my business for years until I decided to walk away from it. Not that anything happened. I decided to walk away from it, and people were hurt. People was sad, and my family couldn't believe that I was making that choice, but I knew it was the right choice to make at that time. So, don't worry about and I gained, even though I lost maybe 2 or 3, I gained many more. So don't worry about that. Don't focus on what others do. Don't look at others and worry about the numbers other people are getting or how well their channel is doing. Just worry about yours, investing in your channel and walking in your purpose and keep it moving. Okay? And you don't want to be YouTube famous. You don't want to be YouTube famous that you want it so bad that you'll sell your soul for it, or you will change your character, or you would devalue yourself just for YouTube fame. What is for you is for you. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's meant for you to get YouTube famous while you moving in your purpose and you know you doing what's right, then you will become YouTube famous. Because sometimes power change people, and God don't always give power to people who want the power because he already know what they're going to do with it. They're not going to do the right thing with it. So you got to be real careful of that. Just grow organically. You'll be all right. Now, we're going to switch this over and we're going to talk about real investments. I put two links in my description. One was to this gentleman called the Todd Capital Group. He's on IG, really good. He talks about stocks investments. And then one of my subbies, and I don't know if they want me to say their name, but I will. One of my subbies sent me a link to three. It was at the time this video is YouTube. It was three young black one black male and two black women, which was very sharp. And they talked about options, put, buy, and trade. And then we had no patience. Well, I'm going to go by Angie Pooh. We had Angie Pooh, who was helping us with stock because she has a stockbroker that works with her. So she knows a little bit about it. But she invests in long-term stock. I do long-term stock, and I was trying to play with I told you stock options because they contracts. But remember, in stock, you is a risk. It's a risk, y'all. It's all a risk. Any investment is a risk. So it's a risk. So know that. If you don't have money to play with it, then don't play with it. But if you have money to lose or gain, if you got 50 laying around, 20, 25 to 50 to 100 or more thousand, and you have money to lose, because remember, is a win or lose situation when you deal with stocks, period. So know that. Only play with what you can afford to lose. I started out with this little stock option thing with I just said, well, let me just invest $100. Just let me go ahead and put $100 over there. And that's what I invested. Now, I have long-term investments that I don't even touch. I don't even see. I just get statements on it. But if you don't know, find you a financial advisor to help you out. But that YouTube could help you a little bit to understand stock options. And I believe I'm going to drop the link, and perhaps Angie Pooh could tell us a little bit stocks or what stocks that she recommend. We know we had Bull, Webull, and we had Robinhood. Those were little investments that you could get into. But remember, even if you don't make investments in stocks and you making investments yourself in yourself in reference to saving money or something, if you can, just drop $1. If you can only do $1 a day, drop $1 in a jar, in a bag, or put it in an envelope and put it away. Eventually, it will become more. If you did that, if you did $1, just listen, $1 a day for 365 days, you have saved $365, right? And that's just simple because that's $1 a day. Because people super chat more and they cash app more. So you think about $1 a day at $365 times 3 years, you have $1,095. You may not think that's a lot, but what if you need to have a new refrigerator? I mean, a new stove? That $1,095 may get you that if you don't have credit or something, you know? And if you want to buy something and you don't have the money, put another envelope out there. Take that envelope and say, hey, I want to buy this new refrigerator refrigerator in 6 months. If you have 20, drop 20 in there. Pay cash for it if you don't have credit. If you have credit, then I recommend you use credit, but use the option that they give you for finances, 6 months to a year free finances, as long as you paying it off. Okay, thank you, no patience. As long as you pay it off so they don't get the interest from them. I do that a lot. I will buy something and I'll make sure that it has 6 months to a year months free interest free, and I'll pay it off. See, they want you to pay that recommended amount, like, oh, only $10. And you think, oh, $10, that ain't bad. But if you don't pay it within that time frame, then that interest has accrued and you have to pay that, accrued, and you have to pay that. So be careful with that. But that's a good way to buy. So if you don't have a lot, just take you envelopes, make you 3 envelopes, and say this envelope is for this is for that, and this is for that. Or they have a little plan that you do. I seen going around YouTube. If you save $1 one day, then 2 the next day, 3 the next day, it'll add up to so much. Do what you could do, but make sure you have some type of savings. Build you some type of cushions. It's important that you have a cushion. Now, I value credit. I think I spoke about this. Credit is very important. Credit is becoming more and more important than anything, because now these jokers, they have made it where they look at your credit for a job, for an apartment, of course, to purchase a home, a car, anything. And if your credit is bad, then they ding you with the highest interest rate. At one point, I never forget, my a friend of mine's son went to purchase a car, and he went to one of those bootleg places, those hard luck places, I call it, because his credit wasn't good. And when he brought the car home, he started talking to his mom and me, and I was listening, and he was saying, yeah. So I said, well, what is the interest rate? He said 24%. I was like, oh, hell no, not 24%. And the car was only worth like $2,100 per se. It was real low. But by the time he finished paying, he would have paid like $8,000 for that car. But that was because of what? He had bad credit. He had bad credit. So you want, even if your credit is bad, you want to try to clean your credit up. And you want to find people to help you do that. Pink Sugar was in here one day when we talked about it, and she had the forms that you could file to the 3 bureaus yourself. You don't really need anyone to help you clean up your credit. If it's not cleaned up, you want to aim for at least a 650. You want to get into 625 or 650. The higher your credit score is, though, the lower your interest rates will be. And so you have better buying power. I call it buying power. So make sure you take a look at that too. That's an investment, believe it or not. That's an investment. So if you don't have a lot of money and you want to save, just start out with $1 or $2, or if you can afford $10 a week, you sacrifice buying Starbucks coffee or something like that. Put that $10 in an envelope and watch it grow. Watch it grow. And then if you get to a point that you want to take a gamble and you want to put it in stocks, believe it or not, you can do that. You can buy 1 share of a certain stock, and that share could do well. And say, for instance, hey, I'm saving this money because I want to buy, and this one is not cheap. I'm just going to throw this one out here. Tesla, that's not cheap. Even though I believe Tesla just did a split, but it's still not cheap, But if you want to buy 1 share, just think about it. If you want to buy 1 share, you can go ahead and do that. You have to start somewhere. You have to start investing, And like I said, those are 2 places, the Todd Capital Group. I think you have to pay something like $60, but it's a one-time fee. But you can connect with him when he's doing his little seminars, and they're very helpful. And he'll tell you the stock of that day, what option to buy, and boom, he'll tell you exactly how to do it. And then that other one, I have forgot the name of the video. I'm not always good. But anyway, it was very good. And they was 3 sharp, young Black people. Well, he wasn't too young, but you could tell he knew their stuff. Just listen to the video. Take a minute and listen to that. And don't forget Robin Hood. those are small investments. So, good morning, Quiet Storm. How are you? So Angie is not able to be with us because I think she's going on vacation, so she's packing. I didn't have much to say in reference to this investment other than make sure you clean your credit up. If you don't have a credit card, try to get you at least one credit card. You don't have to put anything on it. I remember when I started out, I had one card. I probably would put $50 on there. And then I will pay the $50 off. And then when I begin to learn more of the credit game, I will put $100 on it, and I would just pay 10, 10, 10, sometimes 20, whatever amount, because credit history, again, is very important, and it's buying power. You guys, credit is buying power. And some people that don't believe in credit. So if you don't believe in credit, do the savings. I want to buy me a new dress. I want to buy a new pair of shoes. Let me put money in my envelope. And when I finish saving them out, I'll go out and purchase it. If you don't want bills, that's a good way to do it. If you don't want bills, then you just save for what you want. Some people don't want to deal with credit, but again, we spoke about it. It's becoming a cashless society. You might want to get a credit card. You might want to get good credit. Yeah, it's becoming a cashless society. So just think about it, with all the cash apps and the Zells and the PayPals. You see the Bitcoins. You see how they trade money without ever passing hands in reference to dollars or cents or something like that. Yeah. So you got to keep in line with the trend, align with the trend. What's going on? Why are they changing like this? Because it's about to become a cashless society, and you want to be ahead of the game. So I didn't really have much to say today. I was just wanting to talk a little bit about investments, and I thought that we had a guest today, but they're not able to come up. But maybe they will send us some stocks that we can invest in, and I'll put them in the description when I finish with this video. It's very important, though, you guys, that you invest in yourself as well as your purpose and your purpose. Invest in yourself and your purpose, yes, and your channel. If that's what you're trying to do, don't get discouraged. I hear a couple of people still getting a little discouraged, and I know they watch my videos, and this is for you, brother. If you uncomfortable, it's for a reason. I enjoy the chat, busy with my kids. Okay, go ahead, baby. I know, because they got that virtual school. They got that virtual school, and that virtual school is really throwing people off, having to teach their children at home, even though it's good that your children are not in a large environment because of the C-19, but also it's bad because parents have to work, and some of these children are left home, and some parents aren't able to stay home with their children because they have to work. You know, they have to work. So, and they having a hard time. I know here where we live at, um, you know, the computers crashed one day. The best stocks under 50 to buy now. Uh-oh. There we go. We got some information. Thank you, Binge Thinker. The best stocks under $50 to buy now. Redfin, H&R Block, what is that? Sirius XM, Oracle, Comcast, Yandex, and Zillow. Is that right? And they under $50. So just say they're under $50. You can't beat that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Redbone. Blessings to you, baby. Twins. Wow. So Binge gave us some stocks right here. Oh, school will start soon. Yeah, it's gonna be rough on some people, you guys, because they're not used to teaching. And even when I went to college, um, some people can't teach. That's just in real life. Some people can't teach. It's hard for people to teach lower levels, you know? So when these teachers send this stuff home, some parents really can't help their children with the work because they can't teach it, and some don't even know it. I know when I was looking at my granddaughter stuff, I was like, wow, you here already? They was going, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, wow, I don't remember doing that until I was in college, you know, because I couldn't remember. And I knew math was one of my toughest courses. I cried all the time. I was so afraid of math, and I knew I had to have math to pass, but I was so afraid of it that I had a mental block. And really, when it gets into the medical arena area of it, it's just formulas. But I was so scared. But yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to help my grandkids years ago when I help now, but I do it one way and they do it another. Even though we get the same answers, I do it one way and they do it another. And so it's tough sometimes to teach these kids. So with this virtual schooling, it'll be tough for some people. It really would be, you know. So hopefully all will work out well with them. But yeah, we're just in the transition now of the new way of life. Now kids need to be back into school though. They need to be back into the classrooms because children need social stimulation. They need peer-to-peer socialization. They need that to grow and to, you know, is a part of their development. So they know how to deal with people in life. They need that socialization and they're not going to get that virtually, you know? So I don't know. I hope all work out well for those children, but that would be quite a challenge for some parents. And I told you I wasn't gonna stay here long. I just wanted to do the investment thing, and unfortunately she can't make it. But Ben's dropped us some investments, and there's some investments for you guys if you want to start. Please, oh, if you interested in it, please check out those two links I put in my description box. Check those out; they'll help you. Um, Andrea was saying, reach out to the teachers regularly for additional help with the virtual learning. Take advantage of websites such as Khan Academy to help brush your skills up. Yeah, you know what I did when my granddaughter had some work? I think it was a couple of years ago. It was a couple of years ago. And like I said, I was taught to do it one way. She was doing another. Well, I went on the internet and I downloaded me some skills and I started doing the skills, you know, the math skills from the internet to sharpen my skills to help her, plus to help myself when I realized that I didn't know how to do it. You know, her way. They making these children do math a strange way when it's much easier. And like I said, some teachers can't teach. My professor was teaching at such a high level. I said, God, I ain't here to be no doctor, you know, but he taught at such a high level that a lot of people failed his anatomy and physiology class and had to retake it because he couldn't come down to some people level. He couldn't break it down. So, you know, we would understand, and he had been doing it so many years that a lot of people was failing. And I guess eventually it caught up and they was like, well, a lot of people fail in this class, you know, maybe out of 30 students, 25 of them fail. Come on now. You know, that's crazy. But anywho, this wasn't no rah-rah session. This wasn't no long session. I am going to get ready. Unless you have questions, I want to make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. To you out there who helped me yesterday with my YouTube, thank you very much, love. I know you know who you are. Thank you, thank you. I got it done. And to you who video I watched today, who feel a little uncomfortable and discouraged, you're moving in the right direction. Those are normal feelings, but just keep going. You got this. You have to shed some of the dead weight in order for you to prosper and move in your purpose. Okay? So don't worry about that. They gave all the kids hotspots here to do schooling. Yeah, they gave my granddaughter a computer as well, but she had her own computer. And I think that in my surrounding area, they're going to issue 25,000 students or more hotspots. Yeah, you know, some children don't have computers. So they issuing the children the computers, and then they issuing them the Wi-Fi. So that's going to cost. That's going to cost quite a bit. Andrea, YouTube has so many videos explaining math, writing videos. Yeah, they're going to need that. But see, like I'm here with my granddaughter because her mother has to work. So I'm here with her while she do her homeschooling, you know, her schooling, this virtual learning. But my daughter has to work. She doesn't have a choice. So I'm here helping my granddaughter. Well, she's doing her own thing. She's doing her own thing, but I'm here, and I hope she don't have questions for me. She says she had questions for me, and her mother said, "Well, what happened?" She said, "Well, Yaya was asleep." So she didn't wake me up. That was funny. She said, Mz.Teavalocity, please place gems before your questions so we won't miss them. Thank you. Good idea. Good idea. That's the producer. Good. Me and the producer is really working on some things. You know, everything didn't fall in place like we wanted to for two of our shows, but we'll be all right. We'll bounce back. Don't worry about it. I told her don't get discouraged. See, we'll be okay. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Just remember, when it comes to investment, first of all, invest in yourself. Pay yourself. If you can, pay yourself 10% of your paycheck. Pay yourself. Don't ever forget to do that. And if you can't pay 10%, at least bite off 25 or $30 or whatever you can afford. Put it in that envelope, in that bucket, in that jar, wherever you want to put it, and save. What? So sad some parents. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure some people probably did pawn it. Wow, some people really hit, you know, hard times, and some people have habits, and I guess when the computers went home they pawned them. But you know, they have them all logged in and traceable. They all are traceable, so they can go get it, and they will hold the parents accountable. And if it happens too many times, binge, I'm sure that they're going to make it a crime to do that, and the parents will have to pay. But that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. While they pawn the video, they pawn the computers. Yeah, if it happens too many times, please believe the school districts will get a hold to it, and they will surely use it, make it a crime to do that, and the parents will have to pay. I don't know, and the parents will have to pay. So any more questions? The school will make them pay for it. Yeah, they'll make them pay for it. So if it's not any more questions, I am going to get ready to go. But I won't run out here like I ran out last week. Let me see my schedule. I believe I'm going to have another open panel, but it probably won't be conspiracies. But it'll probably be open panel, you guys. So I hope to see you soon. The weekend I won't be here, but I'll be back with Monday morning coffee chat. I will be back. I made a promise to invest in my business, and this YouTube is my business. And I was really tired today because I didn't sleep too comfortable because I cut the air off in the house. So I didn't sleep well, and I was really tired, but I said, nope, you have to get up and you have to do your morning coffee chat because you have to invest in your business and you have to be committed in doing so. So I'm a little tired. I'm going to lay down now because I have work today. Thanks for joining me. And with that being said, if you don't have any questions or you don't have any information you want to provide, like I said, don't forget to look down in the link if you're serious and you want to know a little bit about stocks and stuff. Look down in the link. Thank you, Nini, my love. Thank you. And thank you to those who sent me a cash app in my previous shows. I super duper appreciate it. I do. I prefer the cash apps over the super chats, but whatever you give will always be well appreciated. And that's a fact. And I know these people have already subscribed, but I always have to run my commercial to my new channel. And with that being said, always remember when I turn this camera on, I am here to, this is my purpose, motivate, inspire, educate, inform, uplift, and turn dust into diamonds. That's my purpose, and I'm moving in my purpose. With that being said, if you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Make sure you speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint future, our heirs. And as always, make sure you be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple hello. Can I hold that door for you? Let me get that bag. I'll buy that coffee. You look good today. I like that dress you have on. I like your tie. Your smile is beautiful. Those are blessings. Those are simple little blessings that doesn't cost us very much. You have to remember, we have to bless. We have to bless to be blessed. And blessing people make you feel good. You always will get the return 10, 20, 100 folds, etc. That's in God's word. That's not Miss T word. That's God word. I just tell you, make sure you be a blessing. Everybody be safe. Remember, C-19 is still around. So take care of yourself. Be safe out there. Until we meet again, bless you, and I'll talk to you later.